Hello and welcome to Algonquin College Television. Ryan Knowles alongside Alexis Sabinga here, and this is our St. Paddy's Day extravaganza.
I'm going to stop you right there at extravaganza. This is just a St. Paddy's Day cooking show.
St. Paddy's Day show. Okay, St. Paddy's Day show. Gotcha.
All right, so St. Paddy's Day is...
I can handle that one. St. Paddy's Day is the feast of St. Patrick. It's an Irish cultural and religious celebration held on March 17th.
And that's every year. To the rest of the world, it's another excuse to get drunk, exaggerate the 1/16th Irish part of your heritage, and punch other people in the face for not wearing green.
Indeed, but back to the actual real St. Patrick's Day is an observance of the death of St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. Every year on the anniversary of his death, there was a big feast, and over the years that evolved into parades, drinking, partying.
Food, music, dancing, all of those things.
Speaking of fun things, now we have a piece by Shakira for us on your pre-drink meal that you never want to drink on an empty stomach. You know, it'll ruin your night, so have a hearty stew to start it out right.
Hi everybody, we are going to be making an Irish stew. 1.5 pounds of organic lamb meat, 1 stalk of celery, 1 jalapeno, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 carrot, a half an onion, 32 fluid ounces of beef broth, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 can of Guinness. Bring 4 cups of water to a boil and add your beef broth cube. And then mix. Start by chopping 4 cloves of garlic, and then proceed to cutting 1 stalk of celery. Follow it up with chopping 2 stalks of carrots. So follow up with cutting 1 jalapeno. You can keep the seeds if you want it a little bit spicy, or remove them if you'd like it to mild. Following that, chopping 1 onion. Once you put the oil in the pan, start by searing the meat. Once you've seared the lamb, add your veggies. And then you would add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Add a splash of broth. And then mix it until everything's incorporated. Add 1 can of fire-roasted tomatoes. Add 1 can of Guinness. Add the rest of your lamb. And here's your stew.
Thank you, Shakira, for that wonderful piece. So, you know, a lot of stuff goes on around St. Patrick's Day in many different parts of the world. As much as people do drink, it's not all about the drinking.
But the drinking, though. Yes, a lot goes going on, even in our quaint little corner of the world, Ottawa.
Here's a rundown of things to come for you to do. Probably not all remember afterwards, though.
First up is, of course, the St. Patrick's Day Parade. If you want to catch a glimpse of this annual tradition, then, well, you're out of luck. It already happened.
On the 10th. For things that have yet to occur, there will be an Irish night at the Canadian Tire Centre March 16th. It's going to be a hockey game between the Ottawa Senators and the Dallas Stars. Clearly a very Irish event, but afterwards there'll be food, music, and dancing.
Sorry.
You got a frog in your throat,
Yeah.
Alexis. So
Oh,
March
man.
17th, St.
Got
Patrick's
it.
Day itself, you know, catch a good meal, music, and learn how to dance at the Blessed Sacrament Church in the Glebe. Traditional Irish stew, bread, and tea will be provided. Dancing will be taught, and then Trillium School of Irish Dance will do a performance. And finally, catch a flick at the Irish Film Festival being held from March 23rd to April 25th. A whole month starring Irish films from Irish directors, as well as music, art, and dance. And everything will be held at the Arts Court Theatre in the downtown Rideau area. Now we have a pub crawl. You know, it's an act of wherein people tour multiple pubs or bars on foot or by public transit. And now we have to come up with the best one in town. So we got Nick joining us downtown Ottawa. He's going to talk to us about his little pub crawl. Nick, how's it going, big guy?
Hey, how's it going in the studio over there? I'm good.
It's going awesome, man. How you feeling? You got a couple drinks in you?
Maybe like 5, but like so awesome. Oh, okay, so let's start. So I'm on stop number 3, which is the Red Lion. Before that, I was at the Cat and Crack, and then I was at what's the third one? The second one? I can't. The Lieutenant's Pump. That's the one I was at. I had like maybe 3 or 4. Hey, did I ever tell you that I'm 1/16th Irish?
You're 1/16th Irish.
1/16th Irish,
Wow.
and that's why I drink. But
Really now?
yeah, so right now at the Red Lion. Next stop,
Heart and
next
Crown,
stop's
maybe?
the-
That's
yeah,
right.
That's how'd you
That's
know?
right beside the Red Lion. You want
Heart
to know a
and
fun
Crown,
fact?
that's
No one
stop
goes to the
number
Red Lion, only the
4.
Heart and Crown.
That's the one I'm going to next. Gonna have a few shots there. Not too much. Stop number 5. Good old Patty bowling.
Patty bowling.
Can't go wrong with a bit of Patty bowling, right?
Oh,
I'm a little sloshed right now. I'm not gonna lie. Don't know if you noticed,
I
but
still love and respect you.
Oh, thank you,
I
man.
just want you to know that.
Thank
I love
you.
and respect
Damn.
everything about you.
So, that's the last pub I'm gonna go to, cause there's like a certain amount of alcohol you're allowed to drink. But, stop number 6 is going to be McDonald's. It has to be. You gotta have the Big Mac after so much drinking. It's like, it's a need. It's a need, man.
Anyways, Nicholas, you're too loaded to talk to us anymore. So Alexis,
Yeah,
was
that
that good?
was absolutely terrible,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But hey, did you know that there is an annual SantaCon pub crawl? Participants dress up as the Jolly Man, and well, you can imagine the rest.
No, I didn't really know that. There's something kind of unsettling about a group of Santas drinking. But, this is about St. Paddys Day, and now I got a producer yelling in my ear, so we'd like to do some business with you. We'll be right back after this, coming up on the St. Paddys Day show.
You're drunk, you silly old fool. Still you cannot see. That's a lovely sow that me mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I've travelled 100 miles or more, but a saddle on a sow, sure I never saw before. And as I went home on Tuesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a coat behind the door, where my old coat should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that coat behind the door?
Welcome back to the St. Paddys Day show. Next up, we got our very own Stephen Hopkins going to show us how to make an Irish car bomb, so check it out.
So it's St. Patrick's Day and you're getting ready to hit the town in a big way. But before you do that, you're going to need a little bit of the Holy Spirit to start your night off with a bang. With that in mind, let's go ahead and take a look at the famed Irish car bomb. Now I've just gone ahead and pulled this recipe off the internet, so let's get going with our ingredients. First off, you're going to need a mason jar or other sealable airtight glass container. In addition to that, we're going to need 2 other critical ingredients, either a variety of screws, nuts, bolts, or really any kind of hard metal fastener, and depending on availability, either gunpowder or industrial fertilizer? Hang on, let me just recheck this recipe really quick. Okay, here's what you'll really need. A pint glass, stout of your choice, whiskey, Irish cream, a half-ounce jigger, and a shot glass. Start off with a nice clean pour of your stout, tilt the glass at a 45-degree angle until it's 2/3 full, then level it off to get a nice clean head. Next, we'll measure out a half-ounce each of our whiskey and Irish cream, pouring those into our shot glass. Now, take your shot, or bomb in this case, and drop it into your pint. Once you've dropped it, you're going to need to consume this thing as fast as possible so it doesn't curdle before it hits your stomach. Just keep on chugging, little buddy. Down the hatch. There you go. Sláinte. And remember, please drink responsibly.
Hello and welcome back to the St. Patrick's Day show. Ryan alongside Alexis here, and today we're going to teach you how to make a kamikaze shot. So we got the ingredients right here. So first up,
All right.
what do we got, Alexis?
First up, we've got our vodka. Second up, we've got the triple sec. Third up, we got lime juice. All together, we're gonna put some green dye in that. Then top it off with some limes.
Make it
Put it on
festive.
a shaker, and this is what you should end up with.
That looks adorable. All right, Alexis.
All right,
So
let's
what
get it started.
Yeah, what are we going to start off with here? Some vodka, right? All right. So
So since this is a 2-ounce cup, we're gonna just put half of it in there.
Alexis, when did you begin your bartending career?
About mid last year.
Mid last year.
Yes.
Where'd you get your start?
So at a pub in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you learn all the different drinks and stuff? I've always been curious about that. Did they like teach you 100 different
Yeah.
drinks, or
You learn from experience, obviously.
Yeah.
As with any other job.
is there ever times where like people like come up to you and ask you like, like a random drink? You're like, I don't know what the heck that is, so you just make them something completely random?
No, because then you're gonna get shit on.
I would definitely do that myself. So,
All right, and lastly we got the lime juice.
Lime juice, delicious.
All right, so far we've got the vodka in there, the triple sec, and the lime juice. And what's the last ingredient?
Green dye. We're gonna put a little bit of green dye in here, just to make it nice and festive for St. Patty's Day. You know, have you ever tried that green beer? I tried it in Quebec one time. It sucked.
It's weird because you're drinking like something green, so it just feels weird.
Yeah,
to do.
It's not too good.
Yeah.
But this shot, it's green, but it's real
All
good.
right.
So I'm gonna shake it up, and is that on right? Yeah. And we're gonna shake her up. Oh my God, it went everywhere. Alexis, you didn't close it. This is a disaster. Anyway, we're still gonna, all right, it's shucking up a bit. And we're gonna open her up here. And this is the finished product you should have right here. That is the giant kamikaze shot. Thank you for joining us in our drink segment. Next up, we got Ryan showing us how to make a traditional Irish breakfast.
Hey, welcome to my kitchen. So, it's the morning after St. Patrick's Day and you're probably feeling a little rough. So, we're gonna make a good old-fashioned Irish breakfast to help you deal with that hangover.
Let's take a look at the ingredients you're gonna need. Pack of breakfast sausages, a nice loaf of bakery bread, half of a potato grated and dried on a paper towel, a can of beans, and some nice thick cut bacon. Now let's take a look at the tools you're gonna need to cook up your breakfast. 2 frying pans and a nice little pot. Preheat your pans to medium-high. In your first pan, add a drizzle of olive oil for your potatoes. When that gets hot enough, go ahead and add your potatoes in there. In the other pan that's been preheated, go ahead and spread out your bacon, being careful not to crowd it too much like I did. Don't forget to give your potatoes a nice little flip after this. And then you can go ahead and add the sausages to the other half of that pan. Be sure to flip every so often. Let's take a look at our bacon now. Looks like it's time for a nice flip. Now we can go ahead and get our beans ready. Let's open up the can, put those in the pot at about medium-low to get to a nice simmer. After that, we can check on our sausages and potatoes, move those around a little bit. And we can get everything up on a plate. If you haven't already cut off a piece of that bread, go ahead and do that. Get some butter on it. Go ahead and add that to your plate. Don't forget to grab your favorite mug, pour some coffee, and there you have it, a good old-fashioned Irish breakfast.
Thank you, Ryan, for that wonderful piece. You know, bacon, eggs, and pancakes, that's an all-time classic. And you know what? In my opinion, it's one of the best hangover breakfasts. But my favorite, personally, is black olive waffles. What about you,
Black olive
Alexis?
waffles. Mine has to be all-you-can-eat sushi. That's hands down my favorite hangover breakfast.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty delicious. Well then, you know, the least we can do is agree on one of the best parts about drinking. It's is the delicious breakfast in the morning. It's definitely pretty good.
Very true. So Ryan, tell me about your past St. Patty's Day experience.
Yeah, well, of course, you know, I showed up loaded to a press conference one time because I had no idea we were covering one, and it was awful. My prof, I tried to leave, and he made me go right back in and ask some questions. So Dan Falanen, thank you for that, sir. You know, other St. Patty's Day, you know, it's just pretty classic. I remember my first time going out when I was 18. We went to a little pub in Hull.
Pub.
If any of you youngins have ever heard of that place, you know, $3 tequila shots. They got real cheap pitchers. You know, for an 18-year-old, it's pretty good.
I would advise against going to Gatineau in general.
Yeah.
It sucks there.
Yeah, Hull is it's a pretty disgusting place. Anyway, thank you for joining us on the St. Patty's Show. I hope you all enjoyed. Next week, watch me get fired. Thanks for watching.
That's a lovely sound.